and gentlemen, what a special evening it is. You know why this evening's special? Because it's time for Princess Podcast, Volume 5. This is John Tyler. You've been waiting patiently, might I add, for a long time. I don't remember when the last Princess Podcast was. It was that long ago. But, hey, it's fantastic to have you guys back. Listen, wherever you're listening tonight, a special hello goes out to you. How about to Serbia, Romania, Reston, Virginia, Portsmouth, England, Budapest, Algeria, someplace in Mexico I can't even pronounce, Brazil, Beverly Hills, Madrid, Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, London, England, Brazil, Lubbock, Texas, Sandy, Utah, someplace in Minnesota, Lithuania, Portugal, Dominica, Peru. You get the picture. Y'all are all over the world listening to the most important podcast in the world, the Princess Podcast Volume 5. Make sure you download this. I'm going to place a link right below the little player there on my blog so you can download this. You can put it on your iPod. You can put it on a compact disc and play it into your automobile while you drive to work every day. You always want to have the Princess Podcast right there for you because I might say something important. I don't know. There's a chance I could waste 15, 20 minutes of all our time right now, but there's always that chance that I'll say something. I try to go into this with a little outline, but I really don't have an idea of how great this is going to be ahead of time. So it could be really good. Download it and, get that on your computer because you always want to have that right beside you. Princess update. I don't have a princess yet. Can you guys believe this? You guys probably come on, y'all probably think I'm gay by now. Look, I'm nearly, somebody's got to be saying to themselves, he's friend and he's got a blog called John is Waiting for His Princess and he still doesn't have a girlfriend. He's gay. I mean, you got to be saying that. Come on. Well, the funny thing is, man, I think about chicks from the time I get up in the morning till the time I go to bed. So if I'm gay, I am about the girl craziest queer you know. And I'll tell you this, I just can't stop thinking about you girls. Y'all are amazing. I think y'all are the most special people God ever made it. Girls. I want more of them. I want them to multiply. I don't know. I want them to multiply. I like more girls. I like girls. And I want to speak directly to my princess. You are so beautiful. When I look at you, I go, my God, I think she's the most beautiful person on the planet ever. But I don't have a princess yet. Isn't that amazing? So what I'm trying to tell you is I want to first tell you that there is no princess, so I'm very available. So if you're interested, hey, let's get that started. But I also want to, issue a warning to maybe some of you prognosticators out there. I know there are people that like to assume you know. Oh, he likes that girl over there. Or yeah, you know that girl that's got a MySpace page? He likes her. I'm telling you, that's the girl. I want to warn anybody that's doing that kind of stuff that you may be in danger of being an heir. I'm not gonna let y'all know. I'm very, very single, and but having said that, I'm very, very interested in you. So don't give up, okay, baby? Would you do me that favor? The one thing that I'm asking you to do, or not to do actually, is don't give up. If it's inside your heart, right? Don't give up. Because what happens when you give up? If you give up, if you give up, we probably won't get together. So anyway, no girly girl yet, but we're closer today than we were yesterday. And we're closer than we were last week, and we're closer than we were last month. She's coming, and she's going to make a fabulous princess. And what we're going to do is we're going to have an interview with the beautiful princess right here on the Princess Podcast. You don't want to miss it. Bookmark theprincessblog.net right now. Don't waste time. Don't argue with me. Bookmark it. You don't want to miss this. Twitter update. Guys, you have been phenomenal. Phenomenal. Do you guys remember when I was stuck at 300 followers? It seemed like forever. Remember that? Some of y'all remember. Some of y'all have been with me since the beginning, and you know what I'm talking about. Right now, I'm looking at my Twitter account. 35,000, almost 36,000 followers tonight. And I just want to thank every one of you. When you click follow on Twitter, by the way, twitter.com/John Tyler Tweets. When you click follow, it's more than just following somebody else on Twitter. You're joining a movement. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing, what the movement is yet, but trust me, we'll do something important in our lifetime. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for following me on Twitter. And what do y'all think of that pretty girl? Don't y'all love the pretty girl? I like to stare at my cartoon character girl on there with her cute little get-up. And Princess, we are going to get you a friggin' get-up like that. We're going to have French maid night at our house. We're going to have nurse night and cheerleader night. We're going to have, we'll figure out, we're going to have goth night. You know we're going to have goth night. We're going to have dress-ups. We're going to have fun. And we're going to get you a get-up just like the cartoon character on my Twitter account. All right. So now we've established that. I want to talk a little bit about ideas for future podcasts. Look, you guys are probably crossing your eyes right now thinking, how much longer am I going to have to sit there and listen to this guy run his mouth? What I want to do is I want to expand the Princess Podcast. I want there to be, eventually it'll be for me and the princess, and that will be so much fun. Baby, you're going to be great. You know why you're going to be great? Because not only are you freaking hotter than I can even begin to tell you, but you're really smart and funny. So you're going to be perfect on here. And eventually you'll be on here with me. But until you're mine, right, until we're together, we got to listen to John run his mouth. And it's the nature of things. It's just the way it is. But maybe we could do interviews, or you guys throw ideas at me. If you happen to be a listener and you see me out in public, or maybe you could give me an idea of what you think. Ideas. Should I interview people? I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there for consideration. But as you know, the best Princess Podcast ever will be the one where my princess and I finally get to sit down and do a Princess Podcast together, and it's going to be so great, and I can't wait. Want to catch y'all up a little bit on what's been going on in my life. As you know, the last Princess Podcast was right before the Numbers reunion. Remember, we talked about there going to be actually it wasn't a Numbers reunion. It was an 80s reunion for those of us that grew up in the nightclubs in the 80s in Houston. Well, there's another one coming up on March 20th, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but I have been going to Numbers pretty consistently since then. And for those of you that knew me back in the day and are thinking, oh my God, John's back at Numbers. Oh my God, what's that mean? Relax. Everything's fine. I'm doing fine. But I'm having the time of my life. Well, I can't say that it's as fun as when we were going to Numbers back in the day, but I'm having a great time. And there are great folks there. The only thing that's changed about Numbers is a real interesting place. One of the strengths of Numbers is that they haven't done anything to it. Some people would say, well, they need to put money into, sprucing the place up or doing this. I think that they should keep the place inside exactly the way it is, because the strength of Numbers is being able to walk in there and kind of go into a time warp. I'm still sitting in that same little step. The steps over there? Still sitting on the step there on the corner, looking at the girlies dancing. They're so pretty. They are so pretty. But anyway, we won't get into that. But so anyway, we were just hanging around, watching, going to Numbers. I go every Friday night, or I have been going every Friday night. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that, but I've been having a great time. Wes is still playing the records. He's doing a great job. It's fantastic. He plays a lot of the same stuff. But what was great was a couple weeks ago, I went to Underworld, which is the more industrial goth thing. And what was interesting was within like 20 minutes of me being there, the DJs had played some stuff like Old Sisters of Mercy and Warlock by Skinny Puppy. This is the stuff to me that is classic Numbers. I mean, all the stuff that Wes plays is, of course, classic Numbers as well. But Numbers is the place I got introduced to bands like Skinny Puppy and Sisters of Mercy, Nine Inch Nails, Nisareb, all that stuff. All the electronic body music and the industrial stuff, which is what I love. I got introduced to at Numbers. So I was very pleasantly surprised by Underworld. So get out there on Saturday and support that. For sure. But anyway, that's where I've been going on Friday nights. And if you can see me out there, come out there, say hi. It's kind of funny. I know the people that are out there are probably thinking, man, this guy's trippy. Because I'll just sit there. I just sit there and listen to the music, get up at the end of the night and go. Or sometimes I'll wander around and, But basically, it's just me soaking in the environment. And listen, let me say something. If you happen to be, I don't know how many people that go to Numbers listen to this podcast. I want everybody in the world to listen to this podcast, so I hope some of y'all are. But let me explain some reasons why I'm not at Numbers. I'm not at Numbers to be the morality police. I don't care what goes on. Y'all party, have a good time. I'm not there to be, he wants everybody to be good. John wants everybody to be good. John's here. He's that good religious boy. Would you guys just freaking party and have a good time? I'm there. The reason I'm at Numbers is because I want to be at Numbers. I love the place. I've always loved the place. I have no motive like I'm not trying to be the morality police. I don't care. I just want to go in there, listen to great music, look at the girlies, and that's why I'm there. And I will continue to go there. As long as I live in Houston, I'm going to try to get into Numbers as often as possible. Let me talk about some upcoming events. Some people probably like to see me. Can you believe that? There are actually people that like to see me. It's amazing. I'm amazed by that. But there are actually people that might want to see me out in public somewhere. And I want to tell you a couple of events that look interesting to me. So I'm going to be attending. March 4th, Kevin Key from Skinny Puppy is playing the tracks at the Lizard Lounge in Dallas. I went out to the Lizard Lounge last month and was thoroughly impressed by this place. I mean, I love the layout, the crowd, the vibe. Everything was fantastic there. And I found out that Kevin Key is playing the records on March 4th. And so I look forward to seeing you Dallas folks at the Lizard Lounge. Man, I miss Dallas. I used to hang out. We used to go down there every once in a while, occasionally, when Deep Ellum was big back in the 90s, when I was in town, actually. You go down there, Deep Ellum, and hang out, and I've always enjoyed Dallas, but was thoroughly impressed with the Lizard Lounge. And with Kevin Key playing, I've been looking for a reason for a road trip, and there it is, March 4th. March 20th, the 80s reunion at Numbers. The reason I'm excited about this one is that Bruce Godwin's going to be playing the records along with Wes and Robot. Bruce or Robot for sure was playing the records when I first walked in there as a teenager. But Bruce was around and he owned the place. I'm just excited to see how that all turns out. And I hope that, listen, if you're one of the people that I used to hang out with out there, come out there on the 20th. This is Numbers, man. This is our heritage. This is the way, come out there and visit. And for sure, if you were in that club scene in the 80s, any of those clubs, 6400 and Power Tools and, Energy, Excess, gosh, all that stuff up and down the Richmond Strip. Please come out to Numbers on March 20th, and that's going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome night. But so anyway, get a hold of me if you need to. JohnTyler4 at excite.com. The blog is theprincessblog.net. Make sure to go there. Well, of course, you had to get there to be hearing my voice. But, folks, just wanted to touch base with you, say hello, let you hear my voice, and tell you that I'm thinking about y'all. Y'all are the best blog readers and the best Twitter followers and the best podcast listeners since mankind started way back when. You're the best ever. There haven't been better. So we'll see you in Dallas, I guess a week from tomorrow. Let me look at the calendar. We'll see you in Dallas next week, and we will see you at Numbers March 20th. Nice to chat with y'all. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.